Where we were embedding pictures and links to videos and websites to show what they had learned about their animal. Their excitement went through the roof. They were really excited about it, engaged in doing the research. We used books to research as well as the internet, the iPads and resources that we have online to do the research. And then once they got going, they were able to it actually differentiated itself automatically because kids that had more computer ability were able to take it a little bit further with, like I mentioned, the embedding of pictures and websites, where kids that were just developing their computer knowledge were still really excited about even getting to use technology and getting to write their work on the computer as opposed to paper and pencil.
My favorite piece of technology is probably the computers because it's a lot easier to work with them than pencil and paper. And when you look up stuff, it's a lot easier to look up things on the computer than on the textbooks.
One technology activity that stands out in my mind has to be the recent one I did at the end of last year, which was the weather podcasting. The reason why it stands out is it was a new activity that I learned very quickly from Diane saying of how to make a podcast, and the great thing was the kids were totally nuts about it. From start to finish, they enjoyed writing the script to coming up with their ideas of how to create the podcast, and then just getting on there and being kind of silly but also kind of serious about wrapping up the unit on weather and being weather reporters.
iPads are really engaging for students to use. They help students who might not show interest otherwise. It also allows students to access the general education curriculum in an adaptive way. It also has a variety of skills that students can use other than just math and reading. They can work on fine motor, communication, social skills. It can read aloud sections of the text and also do word completion. The best thing about having iPads in the classroom is that it allows a chance for me to differentiate. For math class, a student can be working on addition while another student's working on multiplication. In the writing, a student can be typing their journal response and another student can be using the text-to-speech to respond.
One of the ways that we've been using technology especially has been the iPads, and one thing our big focus on is this year is that getting the iPads into the gen ed classrooms, especially those who have special ed population in there. And what we've been doing is using it to differentiate lessons. One particular skill, especially with the kindergartners, is letter writing, and a lot of our kids with fine motor skills, it's really difficult for them just to pick up the pencil and do that. So we've been using the iPads to work on the iPad, tracing, practicing, then transferring that onto a whiteboard, onto paper. It's been really helpful for some of the students and just a little bit more engaging and less frustrating for most of them.
Well, technology has transformed our classroom. We use a smartboard for making lunch choices, for manipulating the calendar, for learning how to properly form lowercase letters. And we used to write gingerbread stories in December and to become better writers, but now we continue this writing lesson but finish it off with a digital publication of that book, and we use the iPads for that. The stories are written and recorded digitally and easily shared with our students' family members around the world.
Make us smarter by math games and games that help us be better readers.